Bird Johnson High School Marching Band coming up.
From San Antonio, Texas.
Absolutely, and one of the youngest state finalists in the history of Texas University. We're going to take a listen to them.
Let us know when we can come back on.
Hey, Sehnita, so here we are. Hey, say hi.
Hi.
I'm like on the air and stuff.
Happy New Year.
Selfie.
Say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy
We've got
2014.
selfie, and there's the parade out there.
And this is the Wells Fargo, or the Farmers Insurance, excuse me, Thanks a Million teacher. And this is to just honor all the teachers that have made such a big impact in our life. I'm going to say a big shout out to David Lemery.
I was going to ask you, is there
Yeah.
a teacher you want to shout out?
I think he was my 5th grade teacher, and he's, to this day, I remember classes I had with him.
And I've always said, teachers, they really don't get their due. I mean, I guess nowadays you call it a thankless job.
Well,
so it's really important we recognize them.
What they do kind of is notice down the road. You know, at the time, you might, you're a youngster in school, may not, you're young. But as the characteristics you develop later on, a lot of credit goes to the teachers you had in grade school.
Who do you credit?
As a youngster, Miss Hool, my 4th grade teacher, Miss Siegel, my 3rd grade teacher, really kind of zoned me in a little bit.
And where were you?
Ranch Hills Elementary School in Phillips Ranch, California.
Okay.
Shout out to Mr. Martinez.
Paulo, Miss Martinez as well, that's right. 6th grade?
6th grade.
Did you guys go to the same school?
Apparently we did.
We did.
Are you serious?
Yes.
What a
We
small
found
world.
this out about 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
The same school. Yeah. So.
Oh my
Well, I'm going to
goodness.
ask you your favorite teacher, but I just want to introduce that this is the Wells Fargo Stagecoaches coming out.
Oh, and they're beautiful.
Yeah,
These horses are gorgeous.
Wells Fargo goes back all the way to the California statehood, and their first Pasadena office opened in 1885 on Fair Oaks Avenue.
Proud tradition stemming from the Old West. That's very much a part of Wells Fargo's identity, and you see that in full regalia right here with their legendary, iconic stagecoach.
That's a beautiful float.
I'm sorry about that, Sehnita. Go ahead.
Well, I'm just very curious. Who's your favorite teacher? Who do you want to give a shout out to?
I was thinking when you were talking about that, Mrs. Daly. Yeah, I think I was a sophomore in high school. The things she said still ring in my head sometimes.
Yeah, there's certain things your teachers may have said that all of a sudden they float through your mind down the road. And where did that come from? And you kind of date it back
Peoria
to
High School, Arizona.
To a professor or teacher.
Arizona.
They left that impression on you, so you can't really downgrade that. Teachers. That is very important profession.
Now we have the Sing Poli group here. And they have these beautiful Pegasus, but they are the Eastern Tianma, or heavenly steeds that soar over the parade.
That is just
They're
beautiful.
gorgeous. Are they for real? Oh my gosh, they're
Wow.
just pretty.
I mean, it pretty much, you can see it takes a year's time. to put
You can
something
see how it
together.
take a year. There's a lot of intricate designs in there. You know, a lot of detail
And
work.
electronics to get the Pegasus wings to
Exactly.
go up that high.
Right.
They went way up.
Hey,
So
They start from wheels in the frame and build up.
it's a high-tech world we live in.
It certainly is.
And we are soon going to be coming up to the Rose Queen, and we know that because the Pasadena City College
Okay, Ben
Herald
Fontaine.
trumpets are playing.
All right. Thank you very much, Loa.
Nice
Pleasure
to
having
meet
you on.
my pleasure.
Enjoy the rest of the parade.
Yes, I'll see you again soon.
All right. Simple, right?
Yeah.
And we see this looks to me
This
it's
is the Rose Court.
Royal Court, the Royal Queen and her court.
And it is just gorgeous. The Macy's float here, and they are the red roses out there.
The proud Rose Queen, Anna Marie Acosta, a student over at Polytechnic. This has just got to be a great experience for her.
Absolutely. And you know, they make so many, since their announcement, they've made hundreds of appearances, both in media and community service. So they are working.
This sounds to me like the Liberty High School Grenadier Band from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. A little bit of a Scottish thing. Let's give them a listen.
We're back, and we have this beautiful family here. We have Shonda Williams and Elijah. Tell us your name. Am I getting it right?
Elias Williams.
Elias. I heard Elijah, so you were right.
No.
I should always trust you. But thank you so much for being here. What's it like being here for the parade? I want to ask you, Eli.
It's really amazing because you get to see all these people just having fun out there, and it's just really fun.
You said, now is this your first parade?
Yeah, my first.
So how awesome is this right now for you?
It's really fun.
It's really fun?
It's just that every time, if you come here every year, you're gonna probably see the same old things, but not for me because I just see something new.
Well,
yeah.
Every year it is new, and I mean, can you just the fact that they're all made out of flowers and natural things? I mean, it's hard to imagine that, isn't it? And what about you? How long have you been a part of this community, Shonda?
I've been a part of this community for 27 years.
27 years, and how often have you been watching this parade?
This is my first year
out here.
Yeah.
And you're having a lot of fun? You know, I gotta throw a personal little thank you to you. Sean over here helped me with my makeup because I was lost. I did not know
She
what to
took
do
charge
with
of
myself,
that.
and she helped me out and made me reasonably presentable for this telecast.
Already awesome, so it didn't matter.
So you don't have to say that now.
Okay. Well, Elias, you were mentioning some of your favorite floats. What were some of your favorite floats? that you
The
think?
favorite float was got to be the Honda or the
was pretty
Acura. It was really nice. It was probably one of the biggest floats out there.
It was.
Right,
I know. I saw it coming from afar. I'm like, is that the Space Shuttle Endeavour
We didn't
going
know
through
what
the
it
streets
was.
again?
Well, honestly, we didn't know what it was. We just knew it looks pretty cool. But it seems to me maybe that might be the car of the future. What do you think, Elias?
Yeah, it might be.
That'd be pretty cool if it was, right?
Yeah, I get to drive it.
So you are not driving yet, though, right?
No.
Yeah.
How old are you, by the way?
I'm 12.
You're 12.
And where do you go to school?
Western Christian. It's in Claremont.
Okay. And what do you like studying there in Claremont?
I like studying history, and yeah, just history. So then I could know what the past was like.
So
Go ahead.
no, go ahead, Paul.
Do you play any sports?
Yeah, I play basketball and football.
Basketball and football? What position do you play in basketball?
Now, we're
I
gonna
play
go
forward.
ahead. I hate to interrupt
I don't want to
you, but we
hate
have
to
a
interrupt
fan
you there,
here.
Elias, but we gotta.
We are saying it. I know we were saying we were going to the band. Explain what?
That was the Nagoya Minami High School Green Band from Nagoya, Japan. They did sound great.
And Shonda, we apologize because your mic's not working. So we're just going to have you watch the parade with us, and if you want to give us any feedback, we'll send it out to them.
Yeah, we'll
but
make
thank
sure
you for
that-
supporting CCN Sunrise. You've been a great supporter to the show and to Tammy Devine as she's gone through this process of bringing this show forward. So we thank you and
Thank
your
you for
family.
being such a wonderful makeup artist. Thank you enough.
Because you brought your whole family here, and both your kids, have just stepped up and helped out from the minute go, and that is just amazing. We really appreciate all of that. Do you like getting involved in community events?
Yeah, it's pretty fun because you get to help out people and people that are in need and stuff.
Now this is the South Pasadena Tournament of Roses parade coming up.
Called the
How is
Intergalactic
that,
Vacation.
Elias?
You
That
imagine
is
taking a
really
vacation
neat.
like that in the future? It's funny to think that maybe sometime in the near future you're gonna just tell people I'm going to Mars for the weekend, right?
And do you play in any marching band or?
No.
No. Okay.
I'm thinking of playing instrument though.
What do you want to play?
Either drums or the guitar.
Maybe you can teach Sehnita the guitar.
Well, you can teach me the guitar and I'll teach you drums because I was in the percussion section of the Forest Hills Northern Marching Band.
Oh.
And
know that?
yes.
The skins.
Snare drum and bass drum. But we do have the Dobbins Bennett High School Marching Band, Indian Band coming up.
From Kingsport, Tennessee.
Absolutely. They've been here in the Rose Parade in 2002 and 2007.
That is just great. Give them a little bit of a listen to. I'm assuming that's what we're doing, right?
Yep.
All right.
What is the financial?
that was the Dobbins Bennett High School marching Indian band, rather, from Kingsport, Tennessee, regaling the streets of Pasadena.
Yes.
It's lovely.
Now, Elias, I wanted to ask you, your mom, we can't talk to her because her mic's not working, but I want to ask you about the nonprofit that she's the CEO and president. What can you tell us about her nonprofit?
I don't
We're
really,
going to put you on the hot seat.
I don't really know what nonprofit means.
Oh, what does she do? What is her company about?
Her company is about empowerment of women.
Okay.
So it's just like helping women. That's what I'm guessing.
With financial empowerment?
Yeah, like financial stuff.
And what about, does your mom teach you and your sister about managing your money?
Yeah, how's that going?
I just spend my money.
You just spend your money?
Yeah. I'm not really thinking about that yet, but my sister, she's really thinking about it. She's saving money.
Oh, it's time to do a little dance.
We sure do.
KC
We have
and the
Stella
Sunshine
Rosa.
Band. And what do we have? We have the Stella Rosa Wines Float, I believe.
All right, that party was brought to us by Stella Rosa Wines, the first wine company to have a float. And
Got the crowd a little funky here.
They sure did with KC and the Sunshine Band. They were celebrating good times.
Now they were coming. It's like, welcome to medieval times.
That is what's coming up next.
We got
year.
the knights coming from medieval times with their showing, with their loyal steeds coming down Colorado Boulevard.
And all of these horses range from 3 to 16 years of age. It's quite a range. They are all Andalusian horses, a Spanish breed that served royalty in the 11th century. There you go.
You ever ridden a horse, Sehnita?
I have a few times. I sure have.
How did that work out for you?
They're like, what's this shorty doing on me? But
Well, it sounds like it probably worked out a lot better for you than it worked out for me.
what happened to you?
Let's just say that I got thrown off. I got bucked off pretty quick.
You were not friends.
We weren't friends.
No.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
And did you get hurt?
Yes, I did get hurt. Luckily, not too bad. All right.
Well, Elias and Shonda, thank you so much for coming here. We're going to have your mic working next time so we can find out even more about your nonprofit.
Thanks for coming down.
But thank you for these wonderful kids that you have and brought up. Thank you, Elias, for coming here.
It's been great. Enjoy the rest of the parade.
And we're going to do this again, so you got to learn what nonprofit is next time.
Okay. And use some financial empowerment yourself. I'm just kidding.
Now, that was the Canine for Cops float. That is a giant German Shepherd up there. Oh my gosh. And his name was Johnny Cash. He's
Johnny
a dog in black.
Cash?
Yeah.
Oh, like the singer. That's cool. Don't want to tangle with that dog.
And now we're going to...
Do you see any coil cord under there? Little coil cord.
I'm not sure if we're on or we're not. But
Yeah.
we're going to keep talking.
We're going to keep talking. This is what we're
why
here to do,
not?
isn't it?
Absolutely. We're going to have a good time because this parade is just amazing. These floats are coming so quickly.
Yeah.
We're going to have
Just
the
in
Miracle
quick
Grow.
succession. We're literally one after the other.
I think we're both black thumbs. I can't grow anything. But Miracle Grow has this float here.
My
and
mom
maybe-
swears by them.
Does she?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I kill even my succulents. They're like, can't you just water me once? We don't ask for often. But look at that beautiful float with all of its flowers and butterflies.
I hear you too. I know
It's a
somebody
beautiful
next
day.
to me likes you too.
I-
A lot.
Michigan and you too. All right.
It is a beautiful day.
Yeah.
They said it right.
Maybe if you're one of the float judges, that might have easily made the top of your list right there.
It would be hard to judge these floats. They're all amazing. And I wouldn't know if I could make that choice.
Well, I'm excited to be back at the desk with you guys.
It's great to have you back.
We missed you.
Stop
Of course.
it. Well, being off, I was actually a little closer to the floats. We're actually so blessed to be so close and view them. But I was able to get just a little close, and you get to dance around, and the music's just so great, and everyone's just so excited.
KC and
I saw you
Sunshine
shaking a leg out
Band.
there,
Absolutely.
Angela.
And just coming up, we have the Salvation Army Tournament of Roses Band, and we're going to take a quick listen to them. This is their 95th year. Academy is also is celebrating an anniversary of 125 years serving this community. So that's a long time.
They do a great job.
Been serving this community as long as this parade has been going on.
And speaking of as long as this parade has been here, Paulo, this is the Valley Hunt
The
Club.
Valley Hunt Club.
These are the original folks, the Indiana colony that wanted to give a big postcard to their Midwest
So
folks.
this is a little bit of what it looks like. I mean, I would
Absolutely.
assume this is a replica, a depiction of what it looked like. Those first floats look like.
And it's
Absolutely.
beautiful in itself. It's a carriage with
Yeah,
some
and I
roses.
do
It's still beautiful. And then you have following up some big
gives you that
mechanical.
original
Yeah,
feeling.
you
Yeah.
gotta
It really
appreciate the
does.
simplicity
Absolutely.
there.
Definitely, definitely.
As you said, followed up with the
Okay, yeah.
The modern day technology.
So we got the contrast coming up.
Another float with waterfalls on it. This is the Kiwanis International Float, Bridging Children's Dreams coming up. We had Ann Erdman on in our pre-show.
We sure
and she was on the Kiwanis International Float a few years
Back
ago.
in 2012.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
And look at this float.
Absolutely
It is
beautiful.
just amazing with this bald eagle on the top of that.
an assortment of
and I
colors
just
on
know
the
Ann was
base of
having
that
the
float.
time of her life on that float.
I know.
For those kids to be able to stand up there and just wave to everyone to be on a bridge, it's
Yeah.
just really awesome.
Well, Kiwanis is a youth-oriented service leadership program, so that's what those kids are all about.
And just getting to be able to be in such a big crowd and be able to wave to them, that's a great way to build some confidence for some kid to be able to become a leader and all that great stuff. So
By the looks of it, our
Nothing there.
sports guys probably foaming at the
Yeah.
mouth.
Oh, no,
That's this
Chris.
float coming up.
This is exciting.
Mr. Murray, what do you think about this float coming up over
This
here?
Well,
is
we
the
have-
one you were waiting for,
Yes,
right?
we have one half of the Rose Bowl. Michigan State, their float is coming up right here. First time in 27 years, Michigan State will be partaking in the Rose Bowl game. So
I gotta
There
tell
you
you that
have
these
it.
cheerleaders are really happy to be in this weather in their
Right.
little cheer outfits.
Yeah, because that is not fun.
Can't do that. You
I
can't do that in
know.
Michigan,
they
right?
came from the
Exactly.
15-degree weather in Michigan to be now in 85.
They do, but that's why I was not a cheerleader.
As you can hear, it's just getting so much louder around us because there are a ton of Michigan State fans in the crowd.
The streets are colored in green and white.
Yeah.
It's
Sure
phenomenal. They definitely travel in packs, even though
Yeah.
Palo Alto is just up the way.
Yeah,
They travel
really
in
do.
packs.
They really, really do. And this is your prediction. You think Michigan State's going to take it for the Rose Bowl.
I just think that defense, they fought the way to get here. The teams that they beat to get here, the road they traveled, they're a little bit more ready than Stanford is.
But no, you don't think their defense is a little hurt with
They are
their
going to be
captain?
missing Max Bullough. That is going to be a huge blow. But I think if they can just consume Tyler Gaffney, the running back from Stanford, kind of plug up the middle, they'll have it.
Just call him Hank Williams Jr. because he's ready for some football.
I'm ready for some football.
I am too. Let's be honest.
Now, Chris, have you heard anything about those rules violations?
You know,
Are
nothing
they
has been
legal?
released as of yet. I'm assuming they'll probably get released after the
After
game.
the game,
Yeah, because they don't want to have any kind of controversy, any kind of headlines for the other team, any kind of things that can be a distraction. Obviously, this is the Rose Bowl. You don't just come to Pasadena every day if you're from Michigan State.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you know, the granddaddy of them
But
all.
I'm
Exactly.
surprised
It's
they've
not-
been able to keep it under wraps.
They certainly have. It's a lot of credit to head coach Mark D'Antonio because things leak, things spill. You know, it's only a matter of time till things come out, and he's done a good job of keeping these under wraps.
Absolutely.
So
Check out the
they're well
Michigan
deserved.
Spartan Marching Band
Gonna
here.
take a
Let's give them a
listen.
quick listen. Bum, 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 bum.
Play a bass drum on Instagram.
You did?
Imagine me on that.
I thought you were doing drum rolls and stuff, but
It
that's pretty hard.
it was a funny sight.
I mean, pretty much keeping the beat though, right? Doing that?
I was a shorty. Yeah, this big old bass drum on me.
Oh, I gotta see those pictures.
I don't know why I released that information.
No, I'm gonna talk about it.
What a treat, not just for the football fans and the football team, but you also have the marching band. You have so many students coming from Michigan State to be able to come and be here in
flag corps.
Pasadena.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, exactly.
And I'm not quite sure, but I'm assuming that was the Michigan Spartans fight song. I don't know if any of you guys know, but it would make
It was
sense.
part of it. We caught the tail end of it, but yes, it was part of it.
I don't know for you, did it bring back a little bit of memories from your high school marching band days?
Yeah, we were playing the Michigan State fight song.
Oh, so you did know that was a song then?
Well, I went to Michigan, so we were playing "Hail to the Victors" over there.
Yeah.
But I was actually in my high school marching
Yeah.
band.
What did you play?
In the percussion section.
Oh.
Okay.
I gotta say, it was pretty cool being in the percussion section.
Oh my goodness.
You
How
know.
was walking?
Well,
and
I
playing?
started out, I had the tiny bass drum, but it was big for me. I was even tiny back then. But then I did move into a snare drum, and I just loved being in the percussion section.
Oh,
We were
fun.
the cool kids back there. I gotta admit that.
Well, and then imagine walking in a parade to this scale. How exciting that is.
Yeah, I could imagine just a feeling of adrenaline, all kinds of butterflies. The whole world is watching.
I mean, the Rose Parade is nearly just as big. It's just as big as the game,
Right.
And for the marching band, this is like their chance to showcase what they do.
This
For
is
the
this is
football
their
team's
game.
going to go play in a couple hours. They're going to go do what they do. For the band, this is their moment.
Absolutely.
Right.
And that's great.
I did march in a few parades with the band, and it was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
'Cause you gotta keep in line, you gotta keep in step. So there's a lot to think about.
Was it ever as beautiful as today?
It can't be.
It can't be, right?
You can't beat this Pasadena weather, this
Certainly.
Pasadena scenery.
Yeah.
They're marching north, so they're seeing the beautiful San Gabriel Mountains.
And they're getting a good workout. It's a 5.5-mile parade.
That's
Yes.
no joke.
That is no joke.
And they're wearing layers.
Some stamina
Absolutely.
above there.
Layers.
Upon layers.
It is
they-
early in the morning, but it is heating up really fast. So
Absolutely, and they're not used to that.
I'm sure fatigue's not a factor. Like we said, there's that whole excitement,
The adrenaline,
rush
like,
of
as you
being
said,
here.
yeah.
Exactly.
But I remember being in the marching band, and for the bass drum players, but also the tuba players. They have this big, huge instrument, and it's resting on one shoulder.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's quite a feat for those guys.
Yeah, it'll
to do
wear
this.
on you. It'll wear on you.
And in the marching band, also when they're performing on the field, they're doing high step and high kicking. It's quite a workout to do that with instruments playing, remembering your music, doing the formations. Good old days.
tell you.
Good old days.
You're
Look, she got
reminiscing.
so.
One
Yeah,
time
exactly.
in band camp.
We went back to a time. We took you back
She got
to
very
Yeah.
wistful.
I just,
Wistful
were you guys
nostalgia.
here? 'Cause I just went into my own
She got
world for a bit.
wistful. Yeah, no, but I was drawn in. I was like, yeah, okay.
I was painting the picture in mind. I'm like, I can see that.
Yeah.
We're good.
I feel like just even when they do their formations on the field, it's so amazing.
It's phenomenal.
Visually just really beautiful.
phenomenal, yeah.
But then I kind of think walking in a straight line for 5.5 miles might be really hard
It is
because
hard.
you want to make sure you're all very precise and it just
Well,
looks
it's
clean.
left, right. Everyone's in unison step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Check this out, guys. Coming up Colorado Boulevard is the Beverly Hills Pet Care Foundation's float.
Oh,
Loving
look at
dreams, adopt a shelter pet.
And Tammy Trujillo would be all about this with her pet foundation because on the float is talking about love, adopt, spay and neuter, and that is really what we need to think about with pets out there. I can't believe in this day and age there are so many pets out there that aren't getting adopted, and it's all because they're not being spayed and neutered.